Before you scroll away, pause, because the next 30 seconds may shift how you see everything. I stepped into your path because what comes next cannot unfold until you truly recognize my voice. There are seasons when life moves quietly, and then there are moments that divide everything into before and after. This is one of those moments. I do not interrupt lightly. When I speak with urgency, it is not to alarm you, but to awaken you. Noise has surrounded you for so long that clarity began to feel distant. Distractions multiplied, responsibilities piled high, and in the chaos, my whisper seemed faint. But my voice has never weakened. And even if it felt faint in the noise, my voice has never weakened. I am the Good Shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. John 10:14. You have been listening to many voices, fear predicting failure, shame replaying old mistakes, doubt questioning your worth. None of those voices carry life. None of them create destiny. Only mine does. And when my voice calls, it does not condemn, it restores. It does not confuse, it clarifies. It does not drain, it breathes strength back into weary bones. You have asked for a sign, quietly, repeatedly, perhaps in the stillness of night, perhaps in the middle of a crowded room where loneliness felt loud. You wondered if I was near. You wondered if I still saw you. This moment is your answer. This is not random. It is not accidental timing. The steps of a righteous person are ordered by the Lord. Psalm 37:23. Every delay that frustrated you, every closed door that disappointed you, every unexpected turn that unsettled you, none of it was wasted. What you interpreted as setbacks were often redirections. What felt like silence was preparation. Consider Joseph in Genesis, betrayed, forgotten, imprisoned. Yet every hidden season positioned him for influence he could not yet imagine. The pit was not the end. It was alignment. The heaviness you have been carrying is not proof of failure. It is evidence that something within you is shifting. You have been surviving, but survival is not the fullness I intended. You have been functioning, but deep inside there has been an ache, a quiet awareness that you were made for more than endurance. You were made for transformation. You ask why everything feels so weighty, why clarity seems just out of reach, why you feel alone even when surrounded by people. Hear this clearly. You are not broken beyond repair. You are being repositioned. Sometimes what feels like pressure is actually refinement. Gold does not become pure without heat. Faith does not become steady without testing. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Stillness is not weakness, it is alignment. You have tried to carry outcomes that were never yours to manage. You have attempted to control timelines that were never placed in your hands. But you cannot step into a new season while gripping what I have asked you to release. What you feel shaking within you is not destruction, it is preparation. I remove what limits you so I can rebuild what strengthens you. When I shake something, I am not tearing it down without purpose. I am clearing the foundation for something steadier. When Lazarus heard my voice, life returned where hope had already given up. That same authority still speaks. The same power that calmed the storm in Mark 4 still speaks peace over chaos. So now a simple decision stands before you. Not a decision of fear, but of attention. Not pressure, but posture. Will you lean in? Will you listen beyond the noise? Destiny is not loud. It is revealed to those who pause long enough to recognize it. There are turning points that only come once. There are invitations that require awareness. If you move past this unchanged, you may later sense that something sacred brushed past you. Do not rush beyond what is unfolding. Something greater than routine is happening. That is why this awakening has begun, and what you choose in this moment will shape what comes next. So, stay here, and do not let distraction steal what is unfolding in this very breath. There are moments in life that are ordinary, and then there are moments that become altars. This is sacred ground. You are standing at the crossing point between what was and what is about to be. I am not reaching toward you to accuse or expose weakness. I am reaching to restore clarity, to lift the haze that settled over your vision when disappointment clouded your hope. The noise that has surrounded you will not have the final word. My whisper is stronger than the chaos. Before this message concludes, you will recognize the one who has been speaking to your heart all along. The same voice that said, "Let there be light," and light filled the void, now calls you forward. Creation responded instantly to my command. Why would your destiny respond any differently? You have asked for change. But transformation does not begin with striving. It begins with stillness. It begins with attention. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. I am not demanding flawlessness from you. I am inviting awareness. Open your heart wider than fear has allowed. There are gifts within you that have not expired, callings that were never withdrawn, purposes that have been waiting patiently beneath layers of exhaustion. Like David before he faced Goliath, what was hidden in quiet fields is about to step into open ground. Distraction tried to dull your perception. Fatigue attempted to silence your courage. But I am cutting through that fog now. This is more than inspiration, it is awakening. If your spirit feels stirred, if something deep within you feels unsettled, do not fear it. When Elijah stood at Horeb, I was not in the wind, nor the earthquake, nor the fire, but in the still small voice. Sometimes awakening feels like trembling before it feels like strength. The warmth in your chest, the unexpected stillness, even the tears. You cannot explain, these are not accidents. They are reminders. I am nearer than you think. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. Psalm 34:18. The atmosphere shifts when truth enters the room. And truth is entering now, but heaven responds to agreement. Doors open when hearts respond. That is why I call you again. Pause, listen, lean in. Revelation is not forced. It is received. What you are about to understand will rearrange the way you see your past and redefine how you approach your future. You survived storms that should have erased your confidence. You carried burdens that should have emptied your strength. Yet you remain, still breathing, still seeking, still standing. That is not coincidence. That is grace sustaining you when you could not sustain yourself. There is more ahead than behind you. This is not a closing chapter, it is the turning of a page. The questions that lingered without answers will begin to find clarity. The restless spaces in your heart will begin to settle. Doors you could never unlock through effort will open through alignment. I am about to stir hope where weariness once lived. Not to overwhelm you, but to revive you. Not to pressure you, but to reposition you. Heaven has leaned close, not out of obligation, but out of love. I have waited for this stillness, for the moment you would stop running, stop striving, and finally recognize that you were never alone in the noise. And what awakens in you now is only the beginning of what will unfold. So stay in this stillness a little longer and let alignment settle into your spirit. Slow your breathing. Let the noise fade. This is not random timing. This is alignment. You are not listening by coincidence. You are here because something deeper within you has been searching for this very moment. Long before you recognized it, your steps were being directed. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. Proverbs 19:21. You have been moving quickly, working, striving, planning, carrying more than you admit. Outwardly productive, inwardly restless. There has been an ache beneath the surface, a quiet longing that achievements could not satisfy. Even surrounded by people, something inside you has whispered, there must be more than this pace, more than this pressure. You tried to quiet that whisper with activity, with responsibility, with constant motion. But the ache was not meant to harm you. It was a signal, a call back. Just as the prodigal son came to himself in a distant land before returning home, something within you has begun to awaken. Restlessness can be mercy when it redirects you. My voice was never absent. It was patient, waiting for a pause wide enough for you to hear. Sometimes I do not shout over the chaos. I allow the chaos to exhaust itself until you finally look up. That is what is happening now. This is not disruption for the sake of interruption. This is redirection. There are moments when I shift the course of a life quietly, and there are moments when I step in with clarity. This is one of those moments. Something inside you has reached a turning point. You cannot continue half listening and expect full clarity. You cannot build on foundations that cannot sustain what is coming. So I have allowed certain things to fall, not to harm you, but to protect you, not to punish you, but to position you. When Abraham was called to leave what was familiar, he did not see the full map. He moved by trust. What felt like loss became legacy. What felt like uncertainty became covenant. You have interpreted some delays as rejection. They were preservation. You thought silence meant distance. It meant preparation. My timing is not rushed, and it is not careless. Even when you could not trace my hand, I was steady. Even when doors closed unexpectedly, they were shielding you from paths that would have drained you. What felt unstable was being shaken so that only what could endure would remain. I am the vine, you are the branches. John 15:5. Pruning is not abandonment, it is preparation for growth. You wondered why certain plans dissolved, no matter how tightly you held them together. It was because I was anchoring you to something stronger than your own design. You were never meant to build alone. You were meant to align. And here is the truth you need to hear clearly. Nothing you thought was lost is beyond restoration. Some dreams are not dead, they are waiting for deeper roots. Some visions are not cancelled, they are being refined. When you return to alignment, breath returns to purpose. Distraction has been relentless. Busyness has been strategic. Noise has been persistent. But revelation requires room. Rest requires surrender. Clarity requires stillness. This is your turning point. Not dramatic, not loud, but decisive. The direction of your life shifts not when you run faster, but when you realign deeper. And what begins in this quiet realignment will echo far beyond this moment. I am greater than the noise that has surrounded you, stronger than the pull of distraction that has tried to scatter your focus. That is why I have drawn you into this pause, not to interrupt without purpose, but to clear the interference that has blurred your hearing. When static fills the air, the signal is not gone, it is simply waiting to be tuned again. Right now, something deeper is stirring. Every breath you take, every steady beat within your chest is evidence that life has not left you, and neither have I. You are not here by accident. You are not listening by coincidence. This moment carries intention. You asked for direction. You asked for clarity. You asked if I was still guiding you. This stillness is the response. Call to me, and I will answer you, and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. Jeremiah 33:3. You asked, and let this be your answer in this moment. This quiet space around you is not empty. It is filled with awareness. I am closer than your own thoughts, nearer than your next inhale. The Lord is near to all who call on him. Psalm 145:18. When heaven steps into the ordinary, ordinary does not remain the same. You may not see it yet, but something has shifted. When the Red Sea parted, it first looked like an impossible barrier. When the walls of Jericho fell, they stood firm until the final sound of obedience. When I move, change does not always announce itself loudly, but it is certain. You may be standing at the beginning of a shift. You have carried weight that was never assigned to you. You have tried to solve battles that were never yours to fight. Strength became your habit. Striving became your pattern. But endurance was never meant to replace surrender. Lay down what was never designed for your shoulders. Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you. Psalm 55:22. This intervention is not here to take from you. It is here to release you, to exchange exhaustion for peace, to replace confusion with direction, to remind you that love does not withdraw when you grow tired. The same power that parted seas, that restored sight to the blind, that raised hope where despair once lived, that power has not faded, it has not weakened, it is present. You may sense something rising within you, a warmth, a quiet steadiness, even emotion you did not expect. Do not dismiss it. Awakening often begins gently before it becomes undeniable. When dry bones stirred in Ezekiel's vision, they did not remain scattered. Breath entered them, and they stood. Breath is entering again. Places inside you that felt numb are being reawakened. Wounds long buried are being touched with restoration. Dreams you assumed were gone are being revisited with new strength. Nothing that truly belongs to your calling has been erased. Let this interruption become an invitation. The world will always compete for your attention. Deadlines, demands, distractions, they will never end. But alignment changes everything. When your focus returns, clarity follows. When surrender deepens, strength multiplies. There are movements happening beyond what you can measure. Hearts are softening, paths are shifting, opportunities are forming quietly, like seeds beneath soil before breakthrough appears above ground. One day, you may look back on this moment and recognize it as a turning point. Confusion does not have to dominate your direction, and closed doors do not have to define your future. Heaviness will not cling forever. When my presence enters a space, transformation begins. You are not being delayed, you are being repositioned. Stay here in this awareness. Do not rush forward prematurely. Some changes happen in an instant, others begin in stillness and unfold steadily. Eternity touches time in moments like this. Every breath you draw now strengthens what felt weak. Every second of alignment restores what felt lost. This is not imagination. It is renewal. I have walked with you through every season, through uncertainty, through storms, through silent nights when no one else saw your tears. I have never stepped away. I know you fully. I see you completely. And I remain. And what is unfolding now is only the beginning, because I want you to remember what you lived through. I have witnessed every tear you thought no one noticed, and none of it was overlooked. Even the ones you brushed away quickly so others would not ask questions. Every silent cry, every unspoken plea, every word you swallowed because you did not know how to explain the ache, none of it escaped me. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. Psalm 139:4. I formed your heart. I know its rhythm. Every beat that trembled in fear, every pulse that quickened in uncertainty, every quiet moment when it felt too heavy to carry, I felt it. When you believed you were invisible, my attention never shifted. When you felt unheard, I was listening more closely than ever. I saw the nights you lay awake, staring into darkness, wondering if anyone truly understood. I saw the strength you displayed in public and the exhaustion you carried in private. You kept showing up for others while silently unraveling inside. You kept moving forward when stopping seemed easier. You tried to hold everything together, to be steady, to be dependable, to be strong for everyone else. But beneath that strength, you were hurting, fighting battles no one else could see, wearing courage like armor so no one would notice the cracks underneath. I understood every hidden struggle. When betrayal surprised you, I was present. When relationships shifted and people walked away, I did not. When prayers felt unanswered and silence stretched longer than you expected, I was not distant, I was near. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. You may have thought you stood alone in those moments, but I was closer than your next breath. When you felt a calm that made no logical sense, that was not coincidence. When strength rose within you, at the exact moment you thought you would collapse, that was not chance. When a quiet thought urged you to hold on just a little longer, that was me. Confusion has circled your mind at times. Plans unraveled, expectations shifted, doors closed without explanation. Fear whispered about the future, doubt questioned your worth. Weariness settled deep in your bones. I saw it all. I did not turn away from your weakness. I leaned closer. When you felt sudden peace without knowing why, that was my presence steadying you. When provision appeared unexpectedly, when kindness arrived at the exact moment you needed reassurance that was not random. Nothing you endured was meaningless. What felt like loss was refining you. What felt like silence was training your spirit to discern my whisper. What felt like delay was alignment. Joseph could not see the palace from the prison, yet every season was positioning him. David could not see the crown while tending sheep, yet faithfulness in obscurity prepared him for authority. The fire did not consume you, it clarified you. The storm did not erase you, it anchored you. The waiting did not destroy your faith, it deepened it. I was present in every second. When you stumbled, I steadied you. When words failed you, I understood the silence. When hope flickered low, I guarded the flame. I did not create your wounds, but I have used them to shape resilience within you. You are not shattered beyond restoration. You are being formed. As it is written, Yet you, Lord, are our Father. We are the clay. You are the potter. We are all the work of your hand. Isaiah 64:8. Every scar tells a story of survival. Every tear carries purpose. Even the chapters you wish had never been written are being woven into redemption. I am not repelled by your brokenness. I am drawn toward it. My hands are steady upon your life, restoring what felt fractured. What you feared would define you will instead refine you. The pain that tried to silence you will become the strength that shapes you. The struggle that felt unbearable will become the testimony that carries weight. And if you have wondered whether silence meant my love had thinned, hear this clearly. My love has never diminished. It has never withdrawn. It has never weakened. Even when you questioned me, I never questioned you. And what you are beginning to understand is only the surface of how deeply you have always been held. Because of that, my love for you has never shifted with your circumstances. It has never thinned because of your doubts, nor withdrawn because of your questions. Even in the moments when you stepped back, uncertain or weary, I did not step away. You have never been beyond my reach. You have never been dismissed. You have always been known. Nothing about you surprises me. Not your weakness, not your hesitation, not your seasons of struggle. Human love often depends on performance, but mine does not. It does not fade when you fail. It does not retreat when you wrestle. It remains steady. The Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In his love he will no longer rebuke you, but will rejoice over you with singing. Zephaniah 3:17. You are not loved in fragments, you are loved completely. Grace has met you in every mistake. Mercy has greeted you at every sunrise. Even on mornings when you felt distant, compassion had already risen ahead of you. You do not have to disguise your pain or edit your story in my presence. I already see the whole of it, and I still choose you. Bring your confusion. Bring the exhaustion you try to hide. Bring the fear you rarely admit aloud. You were never designed to carry every burden alone. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5-7. Strength is not pretending you are unshaken. Strength is trusting that you are held. I am your refuge, not a distant observer. Your shelter, not a silent witness. When everything around you feels unstable, I remain constant. What has hardened within you is being softened. What has tightened under pressure is being released. What has weighed heavily on your spirit is being lifted piece by piece. This is more than reassurance. It is restoration unfolding. Do not fear the emotion that rises unexpectedly. Do not resist the quiet trembling that comes when truth settles deeply. Healing does not always announce itself loudly. It often begins gently. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147:3. Every season you endured has been shaping you. Every lonely night has strengthened unseen roots. Every silent prayer has been refining your faith. You are not who you once were. You are deeper now, wiser, more aware, more resilient than you realize. Growth is not always visible while it is happening. A seed beneath the soil does not look transformed, but life is forming. In hidden places, something stronger has been built within you. What felt like waiting was preparation. What felt like silence was formation. Nothing has been wasted. Not betrayal, not heartbreak, not confusion, not the fatigue that pressed you to your limits. I was present in every chapter. When trust was broken, I steadied your heart. When answers did not come, I guarded your mind. When strength seemed gone, I sustained you quietly. Even now, restoration is not theoretical, it is unfolding. I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. Joel 2:25. Loss does not have the final word. Neither does regret. Neither does fear. What you believed was the end of your story is becoming the turning point. I am not passing by your pain. I am stepping into it with you. You are not invisible. You are not overlooked. You are not beyond redemption. You are held. And the beauty forming from what once felt like ashes is closer than you think. If this message is speaking to you, take a quiet moment and write, "I receive this," in the comments. Sometimes agreement is the first step toward alignment. So now, listen even more carefully, because the weight you have carried has not been meaningless, and what I am about to reveal next will help you understand why. What you have been carrying was never random. The pressure, the resistance, the sudden waves of discouragement, none of it has been meaningless. There has been more happening beneath the surface than you could see. Not everything that weighs on you is visible, yet you have felt it. The heaviness that comes without warning, the confusion that clouds clarity, the fear that rises just as confidence begins to grow. This is not simply emotion. There is a deeper layer. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Ephesians 6:12. There has been opposition surrounding your peace and purpose. Yet understand this clearly, you have never stood in that tension alone. When resistance increased, the moment you decided to trust again, that was not coincidence. When doubt appeared right as your faith strengthened, that was not weakness. When every step toward your calling seemed to meet invisible pushback, that was not bad timing. It was evidence that your direction matters. Opposition does not rise against what has no future. Discouragement attempted to exhaust you. Distraction tried to divert you. Old memories whispered that you were unqualified. But the very intensity of the resistance reveals something important. There is value within you. There is potential that threatens darkness. There is purpose that cannot be ignored. Consider Nehemiah rebuilding the wall. Every time progress began, opposition surfaced. Mockery, threats, distraction. Yet the work continued. Resistance did not cancel the assignment, it confirmed it. You are still here, still listening, still reaching, still believing, even if only with a flicker of hope. That small spark is not insignificant. A bruised reed he will not break, and a smoldering wick he will not snuff out. Isaiah 42:3. Even a faint flame is enough for me to strengthen. The intention was to silence you. Yet you are still seeking truth. The pressure aimed to collapse you, yet you remain standing. The attempt was to erode your hope, yet something inside you refused to fully surrender. That is not accidental endurance. That is sustaining grace. Behind the scenes, strength has been supplied when you felt weakest. Protection has surrounded you in ways you did not recognize. There were blows that never reached you. There were doors that never opened because they would have harmed you. There were outcomes redirected quietly for your preservation. When you woke in the night restless, you were not abandoned. When anxiety pressed heavily, you were not unguarded. When you wondered whether you could take one more step, strength was already present. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12-9. Weakness was not disqualification, it was the setting for power. You may have questioned why everything felt uphill, why peace seemed fragile, why progress felt contested. The answer is not that you are failing, it is that you are valuable. The enemy does not contest what carries no promise. Resistance often surrounds what holds significance. But hear this clearly: the battle has not defined you, it has refined you. You are not fighting for victory, you are walking through refinement. The pressure has been shaping endurance. The resistance has been strengthening discernment. The struggle has been building depth. And the reason you have not collapsed under it is simple: you were never alone in it. Even when you could not see beyond the fog, presence remained. Even when answers delayed, protection stood. Even when you felt surrounded, you were supported. What felt like relentless pressure was not abandonment. It was proof that your calling carries weight, and what comes next will reveal why that weight was necessary. That is why resistance has surrounded you, because your future carries weight. Opposition does not rise against what is empty. It presses hardest against what holds promise. The tension you have felt is not proof of insignificance. It is evidence of calling. You carry light, and light always unsettles darkness. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1-5. There is something within you that cannot be extinguished. That is why discouragement tried to exhaust you before you fully recognized who you are becoming. But what has been placed inside you is not fragile. It is formed with intention. Now hear this clearly. A boundary has been set. The fear that circled your thoughts does not get the final word. The shame that tried to define you does not get authority over your identity. The confusion that clouded your direction does not control your future. Enough. You are not stepping forward alone. The Lord is a warrior. The Lord is his name. Exodus 15:3. When heaven moves, circumstances respond. What once felt like constant resistance is giving way to renewal. What felt like endless delay is shifting into alignment. What seemed locked beyond reach is not sealed forever. There are doors that open not by force, but by timing. There are chains that fall not by striving, but by power greater than your own. Paul and Silas sang in prison before the doors opened. The earthquake came after faith stood firm. Sometimes breakthrough follows endurance. Feel the shift. The atmosphere around your life is not static. Seasons change. Winter does not last forever. To everything there is a season. Ecclesiastes 3:1. You are crossing from pressure into preparation fulfilled. From hidden battles into visible growth. From weariness into renewed strength. The heaviness that lingered does not have to remain permanently. The cloud that hovered will not define your horizon. This is the beginning of lift, the moment where breath returns fully to your spirit. You are not defined by the struggle behind you. You are stepping into what has been forming beneath it, and what rises next will reveal that the battle did not break you, it built you. If this message strengthened you, consider staying connected so you don't miss what comes next. There are more words ahead meant to guide, restore, and remind you that you are never walking alone. And if someone you know needs encouragement today, gently share this with them.